was saying on my other videos, I got D.O.T inspected. This is the receipt that I passed my inspection. I have no violation. The inspector told me to open the door, so I had to break the seal, and then he ended up putting another seal. I mean, like, I have no violation, thank God. I mean, because I need my CDL license right now. I cannot show my name and where I live and stuff. I do not want people to come in trying to take me out and stuff. So I'm covering my address and my name. So yeah, it was just on I-35 North coming from Laredo, Texas. I tried to avoid the interstate. So do not drive on that interstate. I mean, if you have to drive on that interstate, just be ready to be inspected. Make sure that your trailer and your truck is in good condition. I mean, I picked up my trailer. That trailer I picked up, where I had to drive it up to some town named Waco, Texas, from Laredo, Texas. I was coming from Laredo, Texas. I was at the USA Truck Terminal, drop yard, whatever they call it. And over there, the security guard have to inspect your trailer and your truck, because they already know that on the I-35 or I-69, wherever, you will get inspected by the D.O.T inspectors. I mean, I was on the I-35, like I said, going up north to Rocco, Texas. I don't know, Rocco, wherever, how they pronounce it. And a state trooper was behind me, and then he drove right by my side, and he told me to follow him. I followed him into a rest area, and this long sheet. I followed him into this rest area, and then there was a bunch of D.O.T inspectors. There was probably like 10 of them. There was like 4 or 5 state troopers. They all worked together and stuff. And all of them were Mexican. I'm not gonna, yeah, all of them were Mexican, because Laredo, Texas is near the Mexican border, so they want Spanish-speaking people around that area. I mean, so before I got pulled over by the trooper, I went through the border control inspection station. I thought I was gonna get like inspected right there, because yesterday when I was driving toward Laredo, Texas, coming from up north going down south, Laredo, Texas, I seen on that other side of north that they were being inspected. I seen D.O.T inspector over there, so I thought I was gonna be inspected over there. But when I went through the border control inspection station, the guy just asked me if I'm a U.S. citizen. I'm like, yeah. He was like, oh, do you have anybody in the truck? I'm like, no. I showed him my bill of lading and stuff, and then 10 minutes, 15 minutes later, I got like pulled into the rest area by a trooper. The trooper didn't do the inspection job. It was a D.O.T inspector that did the job. He inspected my truck. He made me like step on the brakes. He made me like put the signal. He made me turn on my high beam light and stuff like that. He made me test all that. He made me test the brake light on the trailer. I mean, like I said, the USA Truck Terminal in Laredo, Texas, they inspect the truck and the trailer. The security guard inspect the truck and the trailer before we leave the yard, because they know they're gonna get inspected. But the company I work for, USA Truck, they gonna get a fine for not having the lease agreement and the binder and stuff like that. That I didn't have the lease agreement. I had the registration, but I didn't have the lease agreement and stuff. So yeah. So that's what happened. I never got inspected. I've been driving the truck for like 6 years, since 2020. I never got inspected. I avoid getting inspected. I always drive especially when I was driving for Western Express and on Swift, I was driving at nighttime. I avoid driving around daytime, or especially around the morning time, because the DOT inspector, they really work around like from 8 o'clock to like 4, 5 p.m. in the afternoon. That's when they work. The fuck? What the hell this guy's doing? I thought it was a trooper. It was a guy on the bike and shit, bro. I got my reflector in the back of the trailer, bro. Somebody hit the fucking truck. That's on them. That's on them. I got my reflector, a triangle reflector. So yeah, man. Avoid driving on I-35 coming from Laredo. I don't know if you go on I-69, you might avoid it, but the GPS brought me to I-35. It brought me right to I-35, where I got inspected. I-35 going up north because I had to go to Rocco, going like by San Antonio and stuff like that. And, like I passed San Antonio and then went to Rocco, drop a load over there, and I had to go back down to around like San Antonio to pick up another load from TJ Maxx. It was just crazy. This company had me going all around, so I have to go drive all the way to Missouri and stuff. I'll deliver this by tomorrow night. Anyway, yeah, man. Rocco, Texas. I mean, not Rocco, Texas. Laredo, Texas, man. I-35. Bad interstate. That's an interstate you will get, like, I think other interstate in Texas you get inspected too and stuff. I mean, I never had that done to me in the Northeast around Maine, Massachusetts, fucking New Hampshire. Never got inspected like that. Where a state police will tell me to follow him into a rest area. I mean, I know, like in the Northeast region, you just gotta avoid like Virginia, freaking New York, Florida. I think you get inspected in Florida too, Pennsylvania. But like once you get around Massachusetts, Maine, New Hampshire, Connecticut, you might get inspected on some highway on I-84 around Danbury, Connecticut. You might get inspected around that area, on that off that highway on I-84. But beside that, like in the Northeast region, man, once it's like 5 o'clock, bro, you don't have to worry about the DOT inspector. You worry about the DOT inspector around like Virginia, Georgia, and Florida, like especially Florida. Like out in the West Coast, because I had a driving partner. I worked for Western Express when I was living out in Arizona. I had to go to Bloomington, California. I had a driving partner. We had to drive from California to Florida, from California to Maryland, from California all the way to Washington State, Oregon State. We drove all. I mean, we like only in California that you might get inspected. If you go to a weigh station and one of your pin is not right, you get like a fine from the inspector and stuff. Because when I had a driving partner, he had the pin in the wrong spot, and the inspector didn't give him a fine, just gave him a warning and stuff, because he was like a new driver and stuff. I mean, it was in my turn to drive. He got warned by the inspector and stuff, so he had to move the tandem and stuff. He had to slide it into a different spot of the pin. I don't know if he was supposed to put on the 12 or the 11 spot on the slider and stuff. But anyway, like just avoid I-35 around Laredo, Texas.